Welcome to Half-Fast Broke, where ramen noodles are, in fact, a main dish. I'm Walker.
And I'm Eric, and you don't have to be ashamed about eating ramen. This episode has very close to nothing to do with ramen, but in case you needed to learn how to properly spice your noodles, I'll import one of my personal YouTube channel
Yeah.
videos. So what are you drinking tonight, Walker?
Actually, I'm drinking. Genesee had recently had an event that
Yeah.
was pretty awesome, and they had an exclusive beer. You could only buy a 4-pack there for $15. It's called the Blushing Blonde Ale. And what did you think, Eric?
I was actually up in Rochester this weekend. We went to the Genesee Brew House for what was it, the Rock the Falls?
Mm-hmm.
Was that what it was called?
That's
And they were
exactly what it's
doing,
called.
their exclusive beer reveal, I guess, their launch party for this beer. It was good. It was a rosé blonde ale. Very, very, very reminiscent of uh a light kind of sparkling wine flavor to it, like real rosé flavor to it. And then as it got further down and it started airing out a little more, and it started coming down from like ice cold, you got that blonde ale flavor. But
Yep.
you didn't get it right off the bat. You got that like kind of
No, it was a very in-your-face, like champagne-y rosé almost.
yeah champagne-y. That's what I would go with. It was delicious though. I really
Yeah.
liked it.
Unfortunately,
I think
you
I
left your
think
4-pack
I,
here.
I think I only had one. So Walker lucked out on that one. I left a bunch of beer up there, but that's okay. I, on the other hand, was lucky enough to acquire an actual flight. You know, the beer flights.
Yeah. That was so awesome. Oh my god, when I saw that, I was like, I need to buy that.
Look what my girlfriend got for me. Whee!
Authentic Genesee flights?
Yeah,
Are you kidding me?
Genesee Brew House. And for those people who might be listening to this who aren't in the Rochester area and are thinking that Genesee is just, their cream ale, their light, and their ice, which isn't, their cream ale is good, but the rest of it's not good.
No.
They are so much more than that. And not that I didn't believe Walker when he was telling me about it, but it was kind of one of those things like
Seeing is believing.
Yeah, you have to see. You go. They have this entire brew house. Oh my goodness, they have so many different kinds of beers, so many craft beers, so many just seasonals. It's insane. It's so much good shit in one area.
It's overwhelming. I mean,
It
it's still
really is.
overwhelming to me.
We're like, which beer should we try next? What do we get? And
We ended up going with the Kolschel while we were there.
I ended up getting myself a ruby red Kolsch shirt. They didn't have any of the Kolsch in cases at the brew house. They did have it on tap, and I will say I do like the ruby red Kolsch in a can better than on tap. I don't really know why.
Yeah, there was just like something like uncanny about
uncanny. Fucking the worst pun ever. Oh my god. It's too late. The damage is done. You just gotta run with it. So
oh man. I wasn't trying to do that.
All right. So moving along, I am in fact trying 5 different beers tonight because we have the flight.
Yeah, you needed an excuse.
I didn't need an excuse. I was drinking from this thing regardless.
That's fair.
So I do have 5 different beers. And just throughout the show, I'll let you know what I think of them. The first one I have is 302 Brewing Company. It is a orange sherbet sour ale.
I feel like I've heard of 302.
I forget where they're from, but it's really low. It's 3.9% alcohol. So I'm expecting a lot of flavor. So here we go. I think I really like it because what was the last sour we had? Was it the rosé? Was that that wasn't
the blushing or the bubble tea sour from
Yes, okay. Exactly. And you remember how the bubble tea had an unidentifiable sour flavor to it where you're like, it's sour, but I don't know what it is.
It was almost like that like chemical that makes things sour.
Yeah. So this is delicious because it's an orange sour, and it's an orange sour. It's really good. I really like that. But I'll be going over the beer that I'm drinking throughout the show, so it's probably going to be a pretty beer heavy episode. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah,
But
we
other than
drink beer. Oh my god.
oh no, but other than that, I think we're just gonna kick back, drink some brewskis, and reminisce over the awesome weekend we had.
Oh yeah,
Um,
we had an
because
awesome weekend.
so for me it was at least. So
Other than
we ended
Sunday
up.
when we just kind of like lazied around and ate burritos.
Well, you know what? It was Sunday. Sunday was difficult because I wasn't sure if I was staying overnight or not. So I was like,
Yeah.
should I drink? Should I not? Should I like? So I actually didn't have anything to drink on Sunday, but it was awesome. We just hung around watching YouTube videos. We got Mexican food for lunch, really baller burrito,
Yeah.
the big fucking burrito loco burrito thing. But let's start chronologically. It's what
Where should we start? I mean,
what was it last? It was a month ago. You drove down to
yep.
to me, so I kind of had an idea as to what to expect for the drive. The drive up was fucking awesome. Took 5.5 hours in
Yeah.
a rental car. It was cake. It was so nice. No traffic. Just scooted right up there. First thing we did. What did we do? What was the first thing we did? I forget. Hold on.
We paddled around, introduced our significant others to each other, and
Oh yeah, because Liv went up, and that was the first time that they met. That was the first time I met Liz.
Yep.
That was the first time that Liv met Liz.
Yeah, and oh my god, she loved y'all. Like we all were like pretty impressed by y'all. So
hospitality through the fucking roof. I'm talking. We had a bed in the coolest room in the house. We had fucking food, the cooking. Oh my goodness, his wife. Oh, the cooking is outrageous. So fucking good. She if you have any questions on cooking, don't ask me because I'm a big advocate for winging in the kitchen. Liz, his wife, can actually answer questions for you about cooking. She's fucking awesome.
Well, you know what's funny is like I think this weekend kind of inspired her to do like a little spin-off, which we've been talking about for a while, but this was more of the encouragement she needed of doing like a kind of cooking with like miscellaneous stuff around the kitchen because she can turn it into something amazing. So
yeah,
we're thinking about having a little spin-off series like Liz's Kitchen, the Leaping
I like
Kitchen.
it. I like it. Leap and Liz's kitchen. It's better than Uncle Eric's trailer park kitchen, right?
I don't know. That seems like a good idea. Oh, by the way, I switched beers. I am now drinking the lemon strawberry Genesee cream ale.
That's what we were drinking most of the weekend.
Yeah,
that shit was so good.
God.
Oh my goodness, that shit was. It was like, you know how we were just like raving about the Ruby Red Kolsch the whole time when Walker came down for the anime convention. They didn't have the Ruby Red Kolsch at the Wegmans that we went to, so we're just like, fuck it, we'll just pick up something that we already had there, and it was so fucking good, crushable. It was just
I know.
like,
You could just like, and I swear to God, like the can in my hand was empty by the time I took a second sip.
That's like when we were playing. So Saturday night was it when we were?
Oh
playing,
no, let's not skip the rock.
Okay,
We're jumping too far ahead because
chronological order.
So the second Eric gets there, I toss him a beer, and we start, like getting settled in and everything, unpacking and whatnot.
It's been a month since I've seen him,
Liz is like shocked by Eric's size and she screamed ogre and ran out the room, but
his dog, he's got a Great Dane.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, I love his dog. Oh my goodness. This is the fucking what a top-notch dog this guy is.
Good old
big
Hans.
ball stack swinging everywhere.
Yeah, you guys came on the hottest weekend too, so those things were like,
oh my god, it was so outrageously, blisteringly hot.
But we cured that on a later day.
Yeah.
So then after that, we went to Rock the Falls. There was kind of weird stuff in between, but we went to Rock the Falls all the while drinking these lemon strawberries. We were sweating so much, I don't think like any of us got buzzed until like that night.
Yeah, what was that? That was Friday night because I got there at 4 p.m. on Friday. Yeah, 4:30 on Friday.
You and Liz pulled in at the same time.
Yeah, and then we just hung out a little bit, and then we went to Rock the Falls. Right? Oh my god, the Genesee Brew House is on this sick fucking land. So it's like in the city. It's like in the city of Rochester, but it's also this. I'd say like.
It's in the very artsy, like historic district, and it's actually right next to the Genesee River. about, I want to say like less than a mile from where where it outlets into Lake Ontario. But there's High Falls is right there, so you got to see these
It's
big
so
old
nice.
waterfall, and you have to walk across a bridge to get to it. So you get to see the waterfall the whole walk. It's a really nice brisk walk, and you get a nice breeze.
The bridge is insane. The bridge is so fucking cool. Cause he told me, he's like, oh yeah, there's a bridge to get to. I didn't realize it was the size of what, like maybe like 2 football fields long.
Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think.
Maybe a football field and a half long.
Yeah,
And it's
it's
like,
about 100 yards, 150 yards.
and it's got to be, oh god, so high up in the air. Like you look over and you look down, and I'm like, whoa, like getting dizzy and shit because it's like parallel with the waterfall.
Oh, it's disorienting. It's very
Yeah,
disorienting.
it definitely is. So sick, and I just kept, I'm so fucked up. I just kept like looking. I'm like, man, this would be a beautiful spot to kill yourself.
You have too much time to think about it on the way down.
Oh my goodness, but it was so nice. And then so we went in there having cornhole competitions, which
we didn't get to participate in.
No,
they were too settled in. I didn't want to like come in and destroy them because
yeah.
later in the weekend we destroyed.
Let's just fast forward right to that. We did play cornhole.
Yeah, and
we played one game of cornhole, and me and Walker are
oh my god,
forced to be reckoned.
I did not realize our skill levels are like
yeah. Just come see us. You know, that's what I'm saying. Is if you think you're good at cornhole,
I'll have a
fucking step up.
I'll have a cornhole board set up in my backyard for any challengers.
I would love that. I would love to have one. I want to make one. My buddy made one.
Yeah, I got a bunch of pallets. I might just do it with a couple pallets.
So we did Rock the Falls.
Mm-hmm.
I had my first fucking Zweigel.
Oh yeah,
that's the hot dog. All right, here's my official review on Zweigels. I've only had one better hot dog in my life, and you're not. It's probably the best hot dog in the whole fucking country. You're not gonna top the Ruts Hut deep fried dog.
Oh, but that's like a craft hot dog. That's not like something you can just buy anywhere, right?
So it's a fucking Zweigel.
No, Zweigels you could buy at a store. Like you could buy them in a pack at a store.
Yeah. No, you have to go to Ruts Hut. It's in like Clifton, New Jersey. You have to go to the place.
Okay, yeah.
To get it.
Well, that's what I mean. Like Zweigels are like widely available, like in the Rochester area. You can buy them anywhere and cook the same Zweigel on our grill.
So so we had I had my first. Well, it was a white Zweigel. There's red and white.
Yeah, the white hot and red hot, and you had the white hot.
Yeah, with a really good meat hot sauce, a lot of cinnamon to it. It was really good. It was super fucking good. Like I said, I've only had one better hot dog in my life, and that's just like the champion of hot dogs in the world. And there was these were all food trucks, and there was a food truck right next to it. And Liv said that the chocolate ice cream she got was the best she's ever had. And she's like the way we are about like beer and food. That's how she is with chocolate ice cream.
And oh my god, like those food trucks, especially like I don't know how many food trucks you ever see in your area, but like the food trucks are rampant in our area. Like you can't drive on the road without running into a food truck.
Yeah.
And I have yet to run into one that's really like bad.
Food trucks have such good fucking food.
Yeah, well, they're so small time. Like there's not a whole lot of room for error. They don't have a big menu. You get like 6 options.
Right now, all right. So now this is my second beer. This is the Ship Bottom Hazy and Hop IPA. It's from Long Beach Island. If you don't know where that is, it's just on the Jersey Shore. It's one of the really I've never seen.
It's the Jersey Shore.
No, but it's the nice Jersey Shore. It's not like there's no boardwalk in Long Beach Island. There's no like fucking like it's like it's a really nice family friendly place. I've never seen this brewery, but like we've said a million times before, breweries are popping up fucking everywhere. So if you don't see one, wait till next year. Yeah. There's gonna be one.
Where we were parked on Saturday, there was like 4 around us. Granted, we only went to 2.
Because
it was so ungodly hot. But
oh my god, it was so.
Anyway,
we'll get to that in a sec. So Genesee Brewhouse. We went in. We didn't try the blushing blonde rosé there. We picked it up. We were in you should have seen us in the fucking Genesee like the gift shop running around like
oh my god,
I need this.
All 4 of us were in a different direction.
Oh my goodness, we're going everywhere, and we got this. I've never seen this before, but Walker, you're using one right now, right?
Yeah, I currently got one on my koozie, and it's actually
they're awesome.
Funny story, it's actually a Genesee cup too.
Oh hell yeah! These are pint glass koozies, so it's basically a coaster. So you don't. I don't know. I'm crazy about coasters. I always use coasters. I don't know why ruin a table.
Well, yeah, and it's so nice to have the coaster because like you don't need to worry about, or it's so nice to have a koozie because you don't need a coaster. You don't need to like move this thing around.
Hmm.
You just throw the koozie on. You can take it anywhere.
Yeah, and it keeps your hand from warming the beer through the glass.
Okay, Dale.
It's just great. What?
Yeah, that episode of King of the Hill where he's like, "I'm keeping the glove, by the way. It keeps my hand from warming my beer and my beer from cooling my hand."
That's basically what it does.
He had this like Nazi like
Oh
eagle
no.
glove. You remember that?
No, I remember when he had the suit of armor. I don't
No,
remember
he had like a falcon glove that like send falcons, and it had like the Third Reich like Iron Cross on it.
Oh my god.
Because Cotton was selling his like spoils of war.
That hazy and hop IPA from Ship Bottom Brewing. It's really good. It's just pretty standard hazy IPA.
Yeah.
I like
are
it.
you a big
It's good.
IPA person? I'm not.
Yeah, I used to be a huge IPA guy until everything was an IPA. And it's just now
Well, and like
I'm waiting for IPAs to impress me again.
I've said this, I said it once, I'll say it a million times. Like IPAs have oversaturated the market. They've become the new
Mhm.
Pilsner. And I'm so less than impressed by them because like all they present to the table is like, oh look, one more flavor than an ale. Like
Yeah, it's just like super hoppy.
It's like Bud Light with bitter in it. Like holy crap! Like
Oh, okay. So
life changing.
you want to talk about Bud Light? I was telling Walker before that he's gonna make fun of me for the other beer I got tonight. So I have my 6-pack of really
Oh,
nice
God.
craft beer. I bought a 6-pack of Bud Light Orange because
I did have that a while back.
I just wanted to try because you consider and say, oh, Bud Light's ass, Bud Light's garbage, but I've never tried it, so I'd hate to say something is garbage without trying it.
I will say
And
this: there was a couple weeks where I did drink the Bud Light Orange because it was on sale, but it wasn't like undrinkable. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna hold my nose and chug it down, blah blah. I'm not a beer snob. I like good beer. I just like if I'm gonna be drinking the calories for it, I want something I like,
Yeah, it just looks like a summery light beer.
It's just,
Whatever. I'm gonna try it.
It's super orangey, I will say. In my opinion, it's more orangey. It's like the Blushing Blonde Ale, where like the first sip, it just tastes like champagne-y rosé. Like that tastes like orange juice almost. And that's just my opinion. I know I've heard other people say different things. I look up reviews on all the beers I try, so like
Yeah,
I have seen
we
other people say other things about it.
we do really need to start using Untapped and Beer
Yeah.
Advocate because I did make us an account for Untapped. I think for Half Past Broke. I would love to start like reviewing beers and stuff. I'm gonna say this.
We review beers on here. Why don't we get on tap?
I know. Because it's a wider forum.
But our opinion's funnier.
It's true. Right now, I'm drinking the Flying Fish Trade Winds Tropical Wheat. It's all right. It's nothing special. Let's see.
Tropical wheats are amazing. The last time I had a tropical wheat, it was like fruit punch meets beer, and it went down my throat like gold.
Yeah, this is good. I do taste the fruit punch a little bit.
Yeah.
The first sip was a little disorienting because I didn't know what it was, and then I looked at my I have pictures on my phone because I didn't label anything on the flight. Yeah, I can taste the fruit punch. It's good.
There was
It's
another
from New Jersey.
There was another tropical wheat beer that I had recently, which is funny that you having that because I had a tropical bear recently and I was so impressed by it, but I only ever see it up like in the Rochester area. I don't see it in any of the stores around me, so
The more I drink of this, and the more I think my palate gets cleansed of the previous beers I had.
yeah.
The better this tropical wheat is. The trade ones.
Yeah, I love the wheat beers. Oh my god, have you noticed that? I'm
I
really
love
loving on wheat beers.
I love wheat beers. I think their signature aftertaste is really what does it for me because it just reminds me of the Weihenstephaner, and that beer is that's the cream of the crop for me. That's the pinnacle of not craft beers because it's not
really a craft beer.
It's just an import, but that's the cream. That's just like the law for me for wheat beers for Hefeweizen.
Yeah, that's the golden standard for
Yeah.
wheat beer. The Hefeweiss, like the actual like term wheat beer is Hefeweiss.
Yeah.
if any of y'all didn't know that, but yeah, that's my golden standard. Every time I try wheat beer, I always refer back to the Weinstefner and how I thought when I had that. And actually, Young Lion had a really good wheat ale, I believe. Was it that or Twisted Rail?
Twisted Rail had my favorite beer of the weekend, and that was the Farmhouse Ale.
Yes. Oh, the
Farmhouse is fucking bomb.
The session ales, the farmhouse ales are just out of this world good. I can't get enough of.
It's just delicious.
I had the hiccups.
So we did Genesee Brew House.
You tried a
garbage plate.
Yeah.
On our way back from the brew house, we got back.
We went shopping at Wegmans to.
Oh yeah. We went to Wegmans and we got stuff for dinner for the next night. And on our way back, we stopped at, what was it called, Hungry's?
Yep.
Hungry's, and we got garbage plates. Now, as you know or don't know, if you listen to the show, you should know what a garbage plate is by now. If you don't, mac salad, home fries, 2 cheeseburgers, meat hot sauce. What am I missing? Anything?
Mac salad, home fries, cheeseburgers, or just any 2 meats.
Yeah.
Hot sauce, meat hot sauce, like you said, and then raw white onions and mustard, spicy mustard, regular.
Yes,
generally.
And it was so good. Liv didn't like it. It was kind of to be expected. She's super picky, but I'm really psyched that she tried it.
I bet you're psyched that she left the whole garbage plate.
Oh yeah, I'm psyched she didn't like it because I got 2 garbage plates.
Because she had the chicken finger one too, which I've had before and is really good.
Yeah, so mine was awesome, and it was the whole time. We got it about, what would you say, about a 20-minute drive from your house?
Yeah, Pittsford,
15.
Pittsford, New York, where the Hungry's is located, is about 30 minutes, depending on how fast you drive. And we were taking the back roads.
Yeah, and so the whole time I was just smelling this absolute decadent fucking garbage plate in the back, and I'm like, I need it now.
It was sitting in between me, and I'm sitting there like trying to like snack on it and like take it off. Like,
were you sneaking?
That's why I made sure I took the top one, because I was sneaking off like pieces of the potato with meat hot sauce the whole time.
It was absolutely delicious. I think if I made it myself, I wouldn't be able to get the hot sauce right, because the meat hot sauce is fucking amazing, so good.
We'll have. That might be the first episode I make Liz do, because they're so close in name. They're literally like like 4 letters apart. So that's
I every time I'm always afraid I'm gonna call her Alexa. I'm always afraid I'm gonna call Olivia Alexa, because I go, Olivia, do this, but I also go, Alexa, turn off the lights. So I'm like, fuck, do not call your girlfriend the Amazon.
Oh my god, my
Alexa's name.
My niece's name is Alexa. That was like she got her name before like Alexa was really popular. Yeah, and I think it's so funny because every time I see her, I just do Alexa.
Alexa, give me $5. Alexa, turn the lights off.
Yeah, like, Alexa, go get my beer.
Oh my god, that's fucked. And you know what? I feel so bad for whoever's name is Alexa in this day and age, because you just
fucked.
Like,
I know.
You know, at least they could have come up with something a little more like Cortana, like for Windows, like Cortana. I understand that there definitely are females out there named Cortana, but
the only
definitely
Cortana
not.
I've seen besides that, I think, was Half-Life, BioShock.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, one of the two. I can't remember.
It's not a very common name. And then what's the other one? What's the for Google? It's say like OK Google.
Yeah, no, it's OK Google, or what the hell's? There's actually a name for him. Bixby. That's his name.
Bixby.
Yeah. And
then there's Siri. So yeah, those are like not common names at all. Bixby, Cortana, Siri.
Oh, and you know someone named their kid Siri because of that shit.
Yeah. Well, then Amazon comes out and they're just like, fuck anyone named Alexa, because I got my Alexa going in the back. I play music for my dog.
Yeah, I could kind of hear it. I was trying to figure out if I
Oh,
was hearing it.
should I turn it off?
That's up to you. I mean, like, I just like it was picking up.
Alexa, stop.
Stop that.
Perfect. I always play the Postal Service radio for my dog.
Oh,
And I think she likes it.
it's just
I like
it's just funny because I kept like every once in a while I kept like your mic kept picking it up, so I was like,
I'm sorry.
where is
I
that
thought
coming from?
I thought it was so low that you couldn't hear it, but it's so Friday night we actually turned in kind of early because it was
Yeah, Liv passed out right away, and we
Oh yeah, we came home and she fell right asleep. I was only on like 3 hours of sleep, and then I drove for 5.5 hours, and so I was really tired. We hung out on the couch. We watched a lot of King of the Hill over the weekend.
Oh yeah, and a lot of YouTubers. Shout outs to whoever we mentioned throughout the podcast.
Yeah, but, we a lot of Brutal Moose.
Brutal Moose was a big one. I love Brutal Moose. He's awesome. He's a really good reviewer. He's really funny. LA Beast, just because
LA Beast.
I'm like always inspired to be a competitive eater. Like when I was living in the barracks in the military, what we used to do is we used to go do food competitions. Just like find the food competitions that gave you free food if we were like really broke, and like eat it all so we get a free meal, and you'd be stuffed as hell. So like I like learned how to do the food competition stuff, and then like LA Beast is always kind of my inspiration. I kind of want to like branch out and do that, so that might be something that I do here in the future.
It's so funny because I was like, "Where's this guy from?" He was born and grew up fucking like 3 towns away from where I used to live in North Jersey.
Yeah, did you say he was like 20 minutes away or something like that?
Yeah, I drove past his house. Not past his house, but I drove past his town. Like, oh yeah, LA Beast. So we watched a lot of LA Beast. So what did we woke up Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
That was our Friday. It was awesome. Just very, very chill. Nothing wild. We got the garbage plates. We got the Zweigels.
Yeah,
we got the brew house.
We weren't too crazy like all together. We weren't too crazy over the weekend. We mostly just hung out, checked in the sites. Lizzie and I were trying to sell Eric on moving up here,
Yeah.
And I think he's convinced.
They're trying to like tell me to move up here, and then like I hear him talking about like down to Delaware. I'm like, oh fuck me, I guess, right? Like I'm gonna move up to Rochester, and be like, you guys are just gonna be like, see ya.
I would have moved from here. Honestly, I love this region. This region
it's so nice. It's beautiful. There's the thing that really sells it for me is the ski resorts, because that's kind of like not dream job because it's very attainable, but like to make a career out of that. Like getting in on like the marketing team, or just anything other than an entry level position at a ski resort, and also, because
like a lot of the ski resorts around here, namely Bristol Mountain, they're big on year-round sports. So like in the summertime they do like aerial adventures where you can like zip tie through the mountain and everything, and I live or zip line through the mountain and
it's like, give me your hands, kid.
But I live like 30 minutes from this place, and then I've been there a handful of times. But I love Bristol Mountain. They always have like year-round stuff, and like New York is just so big on outdoor sports. With the lakes and everything, the Finger Lakes, there's always so much going on. Oh, that's another part of our Saturday.
What was the first thing we did on Saturday? We went to Canandaigua.
Yes.
Canandaigua Lake.
Yep.
Hell yeah. I'm fucking local. You kidding me? I've been adopted. So we went, we stopped
Twisted Rail first,
which was the first beer I had.
Mm-hmm.
Was the best beer I had all weekend. Their farmhouse.
I love how you went in there. Just give me the first 4.
Oh, I do. How else are you gonna? I went in there. I had a testing flight, and I'm not gonna not.
And like,
give me, right down the list.
You honestly made a good call too, because like the rest of them were stouts and heavier beers, and it was like 95.
Too hot.
It was like 95 degrees that day. Like there's no way a stout's going down and not coming back up.
What was it? It was like the hottest fucking day of the year, right?
Yeah, it tipped the scales for that day. I actually looked it up. It didn't break the record, but it was close.
Oh, it was so hot just to be outside when we were. So we did Twisted Rail. We had a flight there. Did you have a flight, or you just had a beer?
I just had a beer. I've been to Twisted Rail a billion times, so I knew exactly what I wanted. I ended up getting the 50 Shades of Red, which is drawing a blank on what it is. It's I forgot.
Do, 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 do,
No, just skip it. It's called 50 Shades of Red. It's by Twisted
do,
Rail.
do.
They mix that with the Voxel Stout to call it, and they make like a blend, like a dark beer blend.
I did notice they did that a lot. They blend a lot of shit at that brewery.
Yeah,
They
they
like,
love their blends there, and I was so disappointed that the Ruby Red Kolsch one wasn't available. They mixed it with an
oh
IPA, and I was
yeah,
really excited, but they were out.
that
So
could have been awesome.
I'm
That could have
kind
been
of I'm
sick.
kind of tempted to go back up there just to give it a shot, so I can be like, oh yeah, mix this next year. So, but yeah, that was
Yeah, that was they were really big into mixing stuff. They had I noticed that about the local breweries. They had a lot of they didn't just have their brews. They had
they're very.
they had other companies, and then they had mixes
There's
and a lot of really cool shit.
there's a thing called the Finger Lakes Trail, which is like an association which a lot of the breweries and wineries are a part of, and they carry each other's stuff. Like the winery I work at actually carries Twisted Rail stuff and Young Lion stuff as well, because they're all
Mhm.
part of the same lake, so they're all kind of working together, promote each other's business. Especially because where I work is kind of off the beaten path a little bit, but
Yeah.
we do get a lot of good business out there. So, but yeah, there's always like the wineries support the breweries that support the cideries that support the distilleries, and the distilleries, namely Black Button, which is one of the most amazing blue distilleries around here.
We didn't we passed it, right? We where you said it was kind of
Yeah.
off the hill, and then you said, "Oh, those are they had hops growing."
Yeah. That's exactly, yeah, because there was hops growing right there, and then like
Mhm.
right next to it there was this place called Hollerhorn, which does like a collab with Black Button, and they make their own stuff via Black Button's barrels and equipment and stuff like that, because they're just a really nice restaurant that also makes craft mixed drinks. And some of the
Very
craft mixed
nice.
drinks were freaking amazing. I wish I could have taken you there, but they're on the expensive side, and I didn't want to
Yeah.
like blow all our money on that.
Yeah, no, so we did Twisted Rail. I had a flight, and then we walked down the street a little bit, which is it's so beautiful. Just imagine like I've never really even seen anything like it. Because where I live, the lakes are kind of like really like small and shitty. These are like monster truck fucking lakes. So
Yeah.
imagine just like you're walking down a road. On one side, it's shops and restaurants and breweries, and on the other side, it's just this huge fucking lake. There's boats out there. Everyone's anchored out there. Everyone's just hanging out, doing boat
People
things.
are swimming, dogs are
Mhm.
everywhere. People got like a whole picnics up. It's just
Yeah,
it's
they
a
have,
really
like,
cool
picnics.
community get together. And there was no event even going on there. I mean,
Yeah,
like
it
there was
was-
the art fest going on up the road, but there was no event going on there. That's just every weekend.
Oh, don't get me all right. So don't get me started on that shit. So we went to there was an ice cream shop right in between the breweries. So we stopped there because Liv, like I said, she's a chocolate ice cream aficionado.
Yeah.
And she was so thoroughly disappointed she didn't even drink her milkshake because they put so much fucking milk in it. It was like
Yeah, and
it was
see,
like slightly thicker chocolate milk.
That's unfortunate because like I've had and it's a place called Abbott's Frozen Custard. They've been around for like 50 some odd years in the Rochester area, and I love Abbott's. I've always loved their milkshake. They've always been super thick. I don't know what was up. Maybe maybe the employee was just having a bad day or something like that, or
she was new or something.
yeah, so it was just it was kind of a disaster, and I feel really bad because that was like I was trying to showcase more of Rochester, and that was like their big selling point, and unfortunately they just didn't really pay off at that day.
She's a big fan of chocolate milkshakes that are made with chocolate ice cream, so she can tell right off the bat if it's made with vanilla ice cream and chocolate syrup. She doesn't like that.
Okay. Well, like I said,
she's so picky, she's so crazy picky about her chocolate ice cream and her chocolate milkshakes. But you know what? She knows what she wants. She knows what she wants.
yeah,
Good for her, right?
yeah. I mean,
So we
I
went from
just feel bad because like that was not showcasing like how good Abbott's can be, because their frozen custard, their soft serve is. Anyway, so
she did say that the ice cream that she had the day before at Rock the Falls from that food truck. What was it called? Fuck, there's a picture.
Netsons.
I forget. Netsons, was it?
I just looked at the picture, and I can actually
did you?
if I can find my phone.
Yeah, she said that was the best chocolate ice cream she's ever had in her life, and for her to say that, that's like
that's a bold statement.
Yeah. And it was only $5, and it was in this fucking monstrous waffle cone. It was
it's called Netsons.
Yeah.
Also, I have a picture of Eric deep throating a
Oh
bottle.
yeah, like fucking yeah. Look at me. Look how psyched I am. That was the first bite of the. They're like, let me take. I don't really like being in pictures, but they're like, oh, let's get a picture of him. This first bite of a Swiggle. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay.
We kind of forced him into a couple pictures, which is
That's
cool.
you know what? I'd prefer that. I'm not one for being in a lot of pictures, but it preserves the moment, and that's the greatest thing about pictures is, if you never took pictures, what do you have to remember? You're gonna get old. You're gonna forget things, and just to have all these pictures and everything, it's so amazing.
It's the cheapest entertainment too, because like then you could look back and kind of laugh at a moment that you had, 'cause especially like
Yeah.
when you look at a picture of me and Eric shaking hands in front of the hot
Yeah.
dog
Oh
stand,
my
and I
god.
look, I look like a fucking gnome compared to
He's
him.
what are you 6'2"?
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
He's
I'm not a little
he's six
guy.
foot. He's 6'2", and standing next to him, I didn't even realize it until I looked at the picture, and I'm like, "Holy shit! I dwarf you. Like you look like a child next
Yeah,
to me."
I know. Seriously, like, and that's like,
I'm
it's so
huge.
crazy to be
I'm
cool.
huge.
You got 5 inches and 100 pounds on me, and like that
Yeah.
doesn't even seem like a lot, but it made a huge
Oh,
difference. Like in that picture.
we'll be posting a lot of the pictures up on our
Yeah.
Instagram. And then, so we went from Abbott's Ice Cream to the next brewery, to Young Lion. I had another flight there.
Hmm.
And I did notice about all two of the four beers that I had there that were from Young Lion is they have a very piney taste to it. And I think that's like their thing.
Yeah.
A very like piney.
Like their IPA is super piney. I don't know if you had the
Yeah.
IPA while you were there, but like that was my
Yeah.
first impression. I was not a huge fan of it, and I have talked about Young Lion on here before because I did have their IPA
Yeah.
on here before, and I wasn't a huge fan of it because of the pininess.
Very, very piney.
But I will say the other ones that I had there, because I hadn't really had a whole lot of them, the pininess kind of complemented it, and it was almost like a kind of a comfort thing be able to keep going back to, other than the bubble tea sour.
It's very different. It's something like, wow, this place has an original flavor to it. It's not like, I'd so much rather have that IPA than just your boring traditional IPA that every brewery makes. And you know what? And I really respect what they did, because it could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah.
But they went out and they added just a very different flavor to an IPA, and that's an awesome move, and I really respect it.
Well, and that's what I was thinking too. I mean, like I said, when I was drinking the IPA, I wasn't a huge fan of it. The pininess was just like a little too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that was just because like that's just how I felt, honestly. Like it was funny though, because when I did go to try the other stuff, I'm like, holy crap, there's the same taste and everything. And like they went after it, and I gotta say it kind of paid off, because it made me think about their beers, like other beers that I've had from them.
Yeah, and it's branding. It's like they're taking something and making it their own. And it was really good. So what else to have from there? I had their
I actually got their stout, even on that hot day. I just needed to try a stout.
Stout was I had their no, it was Empire, because they have other brewery stuff there, right?
Yeah,
the Empire.
The Empire one is really, I like Empire.
It was like really cranberry-ish, and it was just red. What was the one? Purple, not purple haze, purple.
No, it was purple haze. I thought.
Was it purple haze?
It was something like that. It was like purple. Yeah.
It was good. It was all right.
I think I tried. I think that's the one I tried from you, and I did really like that, and it did have that pininess too. So it's just kind of cool.
But we were dying outside because we were playing cornhole. Oh my god, it was like close to 100 degrees, and we're just out there playing cornhole. Liv was like, I want to go inside. I'm like, let's just finish the game.
Well, yeah, no, we had one person, Liv, who wanted to stay inside, and then Liz wanted to stay outside, and we're just kind of like, oh, what do we do?
Yeah, it was fucking hot. It was really fucking hot. But we're the cornhole champions. Come see us. Step up. We'll put money on it. We'll whoop the shit out of you. I don't care who you are. If you're an Olympic cornhole player, let's fucking go.
Maybe eventually we'll do a raffle and we'll hold a cornhole tournament someday with some of our more loyal fans.
Yeah, I have right next to my house is a really nice little plot of land where I could totally put a cornhole.
That would be cool. That we should
nice
totally
little
do
cornhole
that.
setup. I think it'd be sick. So we left there and we went to We went down the street. There was a little art festival. We were looking for something to eat. We went into a comic book shop and a retro game shop. It was alright. It was good.
I mean, it's a video game shop and
Yeah.
a comic shop. It's exactly what you would expect. It was just cool to see because you don't see a whole lot of old video game shops anymore.
Yeah, it was, and it was. The comic book shop was air conditioned, so that was huge.
Yeah, that was really nice. That's why I spent so much time in there.
Yeah. So we walked down the street, and then we went to. Now this is where I'm gonna get real fucking heated, and I was going back and forth whether to like. You know what? I don't give. I'm going there. I know what you're saying. I know you say, "Oh, be nice." Stuff like I'm
No,
going there.
I mean I get it. I get it, but it does happen, and I will say it was partially your fault. You ordered.
Absolutely.
You ordered it.
All right. So we went to this place called fucking Eddie O'Brien's. All right, really nice little Irish pub in the middle of Canandaigua Lake downtown.
Mhm.
Really nice place, air conditioned. Just your standard Irish pub. Everyone there was so fucking nice. The waitresses were great. They brought us out a pitcher of water. I'm not saying anything about the establishment. All I'm saying is, I ordered stuffed meatballs. Okay, they came out. They never said, "This is incredibly hot."
That was that's kind of the kicker.
Everyone, went to go eat their food. I took one bite of the stuffed meatball. Okay, all right. I'm not a bitch. I'm not a fucking, I'm not like, ew, it hurt. Oh my god, I've been burned. I sent him a picture. My mouth, I took one bite. It's 4 days later right now, and I still can't eat. It's red. It gashed the fucking inside of my mouth where my gums meet my it's fucking brutal. Like it's not like a normal burn. It's not like it's just gonna be uncomfortable to eat for the next 6 hours. It's like fucking 4 days later, and it's the worst my mouth has ever been fucking burning. And Liv sent him an email like, I'm not asking for free shit. I'm not trying to sue you. I'm not trying to get free shit. I'm just saying, like, check your fucking food, Like, I don't want this to happen.
You're telling the customers, like, hey, this shit is fucking hot. So
no, and in the time, oh my, like it still fucking hurts. What is it? It's Wednesday right now. This happened on Saturday.
Yeah,
I cannot eat, and it sucked because it ruined every meal I had for the rest of the weekend because I couldn't eat it.
At least you got the garbage plate in.
That's what I was thinking, but it sucked. And now, for reference, on the right side of my mouth, I have a huge fucking hole in my tooth, so I can't chew on the right side of my mouth because I never took care of my teeth. So I always have to chew on the left side. Now I can't fucking chew on the left side because it's so fucking burnt. And if you're actually interested in seeing the picture of it, it's gross. The picture of
We'll put it on the Patreon page. Just because that's going to be a little bit more on the.
Just to let you know that it's like I'm not fucking like it's not a joke. Like it burned me fucking bad. So and I contacted them and I'm calling them out right now because like you're gonna get like if that happened to someone who was more like inclined to sue, like they'd fucking sue for that shit. Like it's to the point where I probably could have sued, but I'm not going to because I'm a fucking asshole. But I am gonna trash them. It was that fucking bad, and I'm not one to like complain about nothing.
Yeah, no,
like,
honestly,
it was fucking bad.
That's fair, and like I guess I didn't really like appreciate the gravity of it at the time, and like even up until now, I was just like, oh, just let it go. You burn your roof of your mouth, whatever. But like, to a certain degree, because like when we were at the Mexican place on Sunday, they even came out and said like this shit is hot.
Yeah, like, and it wasn't even half as hot as the meatball.
Seriously.
But you know what? And it ruined that whole fucking meal for me because that shit was like that meal was so nice and it was spicy and I put that hot sauce on. I was in excruciating pain the whole time eating it. And like I can't tell if I had a tear in my eye because the hot sauce was so hot or if it's just the pain I was in. Like I legitimately haven't enjoyed a fucking meal since I burned my mouth.
Yeah.
I'm like, I know you're gonna say, check your food before, but like,
but who does that? Like most of the time, you just expect to like be able to like dig into your food,
Yeah, like, everyone else did. Everyone else got their food and ate it. Why'd I get fucked?
Because 99% of the time it sits in the window long enough for it to cool down and become edible. So like,
and on the walk over, like we were in the fucking far corner. But you know what? That's enough of me bitching about having my mouth burn. It still really fucking hurts.
Did we drink beer there, or we were like kind of like?
I needed water. I drank like a whole pitcher of water. You beer and Liz had a beer.
Yeah,
I
because we're
didn't.
the alcoholics.
Yeah, no, just because it was so fucking brutally hot out there.
Hmm.
So I was like, just bring us 4 waters and bring us a pitcher.
So as we conclude our time there, we decided like, hey, there's not a whole lot to do here. Let's just pick up some beer and head back home. So I can't remember where we stopped. Or no, did we already have all the beer that we needed?
We already had everything, but
Okay,
we did stop at a little side of the road veggie stand and got the
Oh
freshest
yeah.
garlic.
Oh my god, Liz
Yeah.
Liz is still talking about that garlic. She couldn't believe how fresh that was.
Yeah, it was still on the stalk and everything. So then after that we went right to the boathouse.
Yeah, we went to the boathouse and I walked in and I looked at them. I go, "Hey, so there's like 2 hours left in the day of daylight. What do you got?" And they're like, "We have a fishing pontoon." I'm like, "Let me get a look at this fishing pontoon. It is a nice ass pontoon. It's got a nice like sectional couch on it and everything.
Oh
like,
yeah, a little table in the center with a cooler off to the side.
Yeah, like it was like the cooler was for the fish, but I'm like, just toss the beer in there.
Yeah.
So Liv and Liz drop us off there. They let us take that pontoon and off we go. So this thing doesn't go very fast. It's a fishing pontoon. It's not meant to go very fast. So we're taking like a nice 15-minute like cakewalk down the lake.
Hold on.
Other than the fact that I couldn't pull the fuck out of this boat launch to save my fucking life. Anyway,
I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, you're talking about the Trump guy?
No, I'm talking about the 2 people we saw fucking.
Oh yeah.
I went. We were pulling out. We're driving on the lake, and I see this boat anchored with a tube, and there's a girl sitting up in the tube. And I look at the boat, and I'm like, "There's no one in the boat. There's only one person on the tube." I'm like, "That's really funny. Just have a girl on a tube anchored to a boat." And I'm looking closer, and there's a dude laying down in the raft, and I'm like, "Yeah, they're fucking in the middle of the lake," and I'm like, "All right, of course I'm looking. Don't fuck in the middle of the lake and then not want people to like." So I'm like, "Yeah, they're fucking," and the girl's like looking over her shoulder, like waiting for us to like. So that was a highlight of the weekend. I got to see people fucking in a tube.
Yeah, so like after that ordeal, we have a nice leisurely stroll. I do a pretty good job at parking at our dock, just kind of pulled in.
Give me some credit. I was fucking.
Yeah, Eric was a big help with pulling us in. It was a super windy day on the lake, so it was really hard to kind of just level everything out where we were at. But
it's about what did you say? 3 miles down the lake from you?
Yeah, 2 miles. I think it's at most 2 miles because at least like on the road it's 2 miles. So I'm assuming it's maybe a little bit more going around the lake. But yeah, it's about the same. So we get there, we pick up Liz and Liv, and then we bring my dog, my little border collie, with us, Evie, because she looks like Umbreon, but. I thought it would have been weird if we called her Umbreon, so we went with Evie. Oh, sorry. So we pick up Liv and Liz. We load up all of our beer, and we shove off, and we just float around the lake, checking out all the stuff, looking at people, see if other people are fucking on the lake. But
yeah, gotta look for it.
No such luck. But so we get up to this middle spot, drop anchor, and we're just kind of chilling out there. I take a couple videos. Lizzie grabs out her phone and takes this sweet slow motion video of Eric flopping into the water.
I went and I was like, I'll be the first to tell you, I am a little sketched out. Yeah. In bodies of water. I don't know why. I don't know if turtles are gonna come and bite my toes or whatever. Dead bodies floating around. I don't know, but. So eventually I was like, fuck it. Like I'm jumping in. So we open the front gate of the boat and I stand on the edge. And I kind of like use like a diving board, but I'm fucking so fat that like the front of the boat just went down and never came back up. And so like I try to like launch off of it and it still goes down. I'm just like just
your arms were out the whole time. It was so funny.
And then Walker gallantly jumped in after me.
I was like, I saw Eric going. I'm like, I'm going. I jumped. I do a cannonball right on top of him. I think he was out of the way by that point. But
it was.
And then by the end of 5 minutes. All of us were in the water cooling off.
It was so nice.
That 100-degree day, man, that 80-degree like lake water just felt amazing. And it was refreshing
so nice.
and everything.
I'm keeping my feet up on the ladder, like, because I'm the tallest. If there's like my feet are gonna dangle more than anyone's.
Yeah, I felt really.
But
I felt really good about myself because like I was treading water that whole time.
Oh yeah, you're a swimming machine. You know what I was thinking of afterwards? I actually have asthma, so I think that's why I was dying.
Yeah,
I was like,
I
was thinking about it because when I mountain bike, the same thing happens. I need an inhaler, but like I don't have asthma bad enough where like I'm gonna die.
Yeah,
but it's like exercise induced asthma where I will breathe very fucking heavy. And then I get nervous because I'm breathing heavy. I'm like, people are looking at me, and then then I'm breathing heavier.
Are you sure it's not because of your sleep apnea there, Sonora?
It's the worst.
I swear to God, that's the only reason Liv got up so early, because she could get away from you. She'd come upstairs while me and Lizzie were making breakfast, and she'd sleep on the couch.
Look, you know what? You just gotta love me for who I am, flaws and all. I'm sorry, I can't help it. I'm not Moneybags Magoo. I can't be fucking dumping $1,500 on a sleep apnea machine, a CPAP machine. It's not in the cards right now.
It was so funny. I'd go downstairs to the laundry room and all I hear is...
It's bad. You know what? You're going to be thanking me when we're camping, and I keep all the bears away because they're afraid of me.
Yeah, they might come try to find you.
I wish.
Brother!
Bartholomew, was that you? We haven't seen you in years. Like, no. It's like, oh shit, it's just Eric.
Oh, so moving on to other beers. I don't know how many more beers you've gone through since the last time we talked about it, but I'm actually on this Pudgy the Beer Stout.
Fudgy!
Or Fudgy, whatever.
Fudgy the Beer. I always
say Fudgy.
My dad always, like, it's like my dad's go-to joke. Anytime we go to a party or something and we go to pick up a cake, he's like, what do you got? Fudgy the Beer? You got, oh my God, not Fudgy the Beer. You got Fudgy the Whale? You got Cookie Puss? Like, there's like these like trademarked Carvel cakes. So I wanted to show him. I still got to take a picture of it. It's called Fudgy the Beer, and it's basically modeled after Fudgy the Whale. So this, what brewing company is it?
It is the Captain Lawrence Brewing Company. Let me check.
And then they collabed with Carvel.
Yeah, it is in collaboration with Carvel to make a fudge beer. It is. Oh, also, if look for these. I've been meaning to talk about this. See that little thing right there? It's hard to read, but
I can't read it. But I see it's an upside down bottle.
But it's independent craft. It's the Brewers Association. Always buy beer from them. Like, they're just, it's Elmsford, New York. Okay, I have no fucking idea where that is, honestly.
Not me neither.
But yeah, Brewers Association. That's like a big thing in upstate New York. I don't know how widespread that is, but I always see those on any of like the upstate New York craft brews. So I always look for those. If I find those, I go for them because they're kind of like upheld to a standard. You know, that they're like cool and holy crap. So what did you think about your flights?
Okay, the last one I just had was really good. It's called King Crunch, and it's from the Manayunk Brewery, which is in Philly, and I had their IPA before, and I was just like, whatever, it's an IPA. Yeah. But this was impressive because it's not something you have every day. It was a peanut butter and banana porter, so it was heavier, and it had like a deep peanut buttery porter taste to it. With a hint of banana on the aftertaste, and it's supposed to be because I guess Elvis Presley his like
King
favorite
Crunch.
sandwich.
Okay, yeah, I get that.
Like,
yeah, the peanut butter and banana sandwich. Yeah.
So I guess they made that. It's fucking good. And Liv was so excited because I had my girlfriend pick out a build your own 6-pack for me at my liquor store. I went out. She was just having so much fun. She loves it. She doesn't even drink. She fucking loves picking beer out for me though.
Well, they're cool looking. All the containers. I mean, like the blushing blonde ale one. Like that's like a really cool looking. Like, container.
Yeah, they do. So that's like half the fucking thing is the presentation and everything. Because that's what catches your eye in a craft beer. In the craft beer world, that's like how people are discovering you.
Yeah, and that's why no one fucking watches our shit.
Is it because you're ugly?
Yeah, exactly. Look at this beard.
Like,
it looks like I got. It looks like I got like Bigfoot's pubes glued to my face.
No, you look good. I love your beard. I shaved mine. I took mine down a couple
Yeah, I
notches.
noticed that. I was gonna point it out and laugh at you, but it does look
What do you
better.
mean?
It looks better. It looks better.
Looks
I think.
great.
I think that like suits you the best.
Yeah, definitely.
Unfortunately, I either have a baby face or I have a really scraggly beard, so there's really
No,
nothing in between.
it's solid. I like it. I really like
Yeah.
what's going on. Mopsy, what's going on? Come here.
It's weird because like when I was at work today, someone complimented me on my beard. I'm like, really? I kind of just like I haven't done anything to it. I haven't even trimmed it down. Uh-oh, you got house invaders?
Nah. She's just barking. I mean, maybe that's her. There's someone here bark, but she's good with it. She's probably right, but it's. Oh,
Arf, arf, arf.
I think there's just someone outside.
No.
Mopsy, come here, please. Stop. All right, so we have. What else? What did we just talk about? The beer I was drinking, the peanut butter. Yeah, the Manny Young Brewery, King Crunch is a really good porter. And for being a thick beer, it's surprisingly light. Not light, but it's surprisingly drinkable.
Oh god, I just noticed something. I don't know why, but all of a sudden, like your voice to like mouth got super delayed. So now you look like you're acting in an Asian film.
Oh my god! Oh, speaking, you ever watch the show Money Heist on Netflix?
Yeah.
I love that show. I think it's a fucking amazing show, but it is like that because it's originally in Spanish. I think it takes in Spain.
Oh, okay. So you like the lips don't match up. I think those are funny as hell. I don't know why, and I've been dying for us to do something like that.
Well, we're going to. Aren't we going to do like bad dubs on shows that we've never watched?
Yeah, we're not going to look at any information on these shows. We're not going to do any sort of prior thinking, and we're not going to listen to the audio or anything. We're going to mute it. We're going to look at like a 10-15 minute clip, and we are going to guess what the hell they're saying.
And it's going to be golden. So yeah. Stay tuned for that. That's something we have on our schedule.
Oh yeah. So thanks for the segue. Thanks for the delay in your
speech. Right into it. Don't thank me. Thank my computer. And then what else? So that was our Saturday. Well, oh no, we came home and we cooked this awesome fucking
surf
skewers.
and turf skewers with local peppers, local onions, local garlic, and Lizzie seasoned it all like that morning. So while we were doing all this stuff was just stewing up. It was all from Wegmans, by the way, and it was shrimp.
Wegmans is sick.
It was shrimp and chicken on one skewer, and then it was beef skewers. Like it was just the beef.
They were all separate. Because they all cooked at different temperatures. Remember?
Right.
So we had all shrimp on one,
all beef on the other,
chicken on the other, and all. We found a pretty decent cut of steak for a pretty reasonable price.
Yeah, I think the biggest problem we had was trying to find the grain on that steak because it was so lean.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But other than that, like the steak worked out really well. I think the only difference with all of them was the chicken was cooked with the veggies. Like we cooked the veggies and the chicken together. But
it was delicious. Everything was so fucking good.
Oh my god! And the potatoes and all that stuff added.
Oh, the salt potatoes, and then what else? Oh, I love asparagus. There's asparagus.
Yeah,
and then
people do not realize how good asparagus is. I think asparagus and Brussels sprouts are so underrated. You throw a little bit of salt, you throw a little bit of seasoning on there, and you bake them down with a little bit of olive oil. Oh.
Well, I think she did like French butter on the asparagus.
Right. Irish butter.
Okay, with just like salt, pepper, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
It was. I love asparagus. I love grilled asparagus.
Yeah.
Shit was bomb.
Yeah. No, that meal was amazing, and that's like another example of like stuff. Lizzie's like, okay, so we have like 5 vegetables and 2 meats to work with. Okay, let's just throw some seasoning, and we got skewers.
Yeah, it was bomb. So then we did that, and then we kind of hung out, and then what was it? Yeah, then that night we played these cards. Oh, we tried to play Secret Hitler. Okay.
Yeah, so we spent like 20 minutes reading the instructions. We're like, fuck this, I'm too drunk.
Well, here was my thing. Is the entire time I was just like, what if I just say I'm Hitler the entire time, just nonstop, like even if I'm not, just so like they don't believe me, right?
Yeah.
Guess who was Hitler the only time we played? I was like, I'm Hitler. They're like, okay. Like, I'm Hitler.
That game just took way too much thought than
Yeah.
I was willing to put in. And like I give it credit. It's probably a really good game. I've seen people play it before. I've never actually participated in it. But it looks like a fun game. But we did play a game called These Cards Will Get You Drunk, and it's literally just Uno, but like or Cards Against Humanity. But you just pick it up and you read off the thing, and you take a vote. Like I think one of them was like who's the biggest asshole in the group or whatever.
Yeah.
And I swear to God,
Walk around
every
that
single person,
unanimously.
no matter what the card was, and like you made us do the worm, and then like out of nowhere, I'm the only one that actually did the worm, and y'all still made me drink.
I was so confident that I could do the worm that like I went there and then I was just like,
I at least tried.
No, you did good. Your whole house is like,
yeah.
I don't want to see what happens if I do it.
I don't think the house is going anywhere, but you know,
but it was
my dick kind of hurt after that one.
But it was, felt like make up a rule or something, or basically. So we get to the end of it, and Liz has a bunch of cards that say like make someone drink, but she had like 12 of them. So basically, we came up with the idea that Walker just has a shotgun of beer. Now, I wasn't aware of this fucking plan they had against me.
All three of us.
Entire weekend. I'm just like oblivious. I'm just trying to have a good time playing a game. So I was like, whatever. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go outside. You'll shotgun a beer. I'll go outside and have a cigarette. So he sits down next to me, and he's cracking his beer and everything, and he's going to crack the tab, and I look, and I'm like, he's aiming this at me. I was like, ah! He goes, he lobs this whole fucking can of beer, all the contents of the beer. But I saw it coming like a second early, so I'm like fucking like a cheetah diving out of my chair, like arching my back, trying to get out of it, and it just clipped my back. I'm screaming, and they got it on video.
I fucking knew you were gonna do that.
Yeah, I knew it. I'm like, this is just. So that was that. I got blasted with a fucking Jenny Cream Ale.
That was so funny. Like the sound it made when it shot, I was like,
yeah, it lobbed the whole fucking contents of the can.
I couldn't believe all that beer exited
the whole thing.
Can.
Yep. So I mean, it could have been way worse. I could have just sat there and taken it. But I saw him like aiming. If he was like a little quicker with it, I wouldn't have noticed.
Yeah, I was like, you all had got me way too drunk. I think if I was sober, I could have been like, and just gotten you right in the face.
But I had seen him. I had seen him aiming it, and I was like, something's wrong. And I fucking ran.
So you know who doesn't watch our podcast?
Like everyone.
Well, Dudzik.
He commented on one of the last episodes.
Did he?
Yeah, on the one where we had Joe and Preston on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he did. He's seen a few episodes here and there. Why? What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
let's fucking go.
That's gonna be the first thing I do. And worst case scenario, if he tries to ride, tackle him, and I'm just gonna Greg right his face.
Yeah, we gotta get him on the show too. Talk about the working life, you know.
Yeah, we gotta get him up to New York with us. Like next time, like after like we go down to you guys next time, because I think we're planning on like a camping trip or something.
Yeah,
y'all need to come back up here. We'll try to get Dudzik up here next time. We'll try like take some more time, like longer planning time. See if we can try to get Dudzik so we can, have a little bit more of a debaucherous weekend. Because
it really wasn't. I mean, I feel like we didn't really make any bad decisions. We really didn't do anything. It was. Same weekend. It's not what you would think when the two of us get together. It was it was very tame and a lot of fun though. Oh, the food is great, except fuck you, Eddie O'Brien's. I'm still in pain. Then what else did we eat? Well, we never informed the boathouse about the pin in the seat.
I did.
Oh, did you? Good, yeah. Because
I did go up to him and I actually showed it to him. I told him like, hey, they caulked it.
Good, because there was a hole in like there was like a little section on the pontoon boat, and when you go to sit down, you put your hands down. There was like a nail that was sticking through it, and Liz did get
she got clipped pretty bad.
With that.
You did too, but not nearly as deep.
It was one of those things where I went down and I felt it immediately, and I like jumped back up. I knew it was there. But it was, oh man, just being on the boat, hanging out on the boat. That was the fucking
That
that was
was the best.
beautiful.
Like we just like
That was
chilled out,
so good.
watching
Just hanging on the
everyone
boat.
playing, watching everyone drive around on their boats, swimming in the pool,
Yeah,
swimming in the the lake, having
yeah,
a
it
couple
was
beers. Like that was a good time. I did enjoy that quite a bit.
that was awesome. So then what did we do? Played these cards to get you drunk. Then we just hung out.
Yeah,
Like
because like
relatively soon after, everyone kind of went to sleep, and then Sunday, what did we do Sunday? We just hung out.
we watched a bunch of YouTube videos.
Sunday we went to the Mexican restaurant, right?
Yeah, and that's where I ate a pound and a half of burrito
Mm,
in like
this was
5 minutes.
big boy. And we did go to Tractor Supply too, which I'll tell you right now. Liv
Oh
is like, oh
yeah.
my god, so much different. I'm like, Liv, this shit is identical. When I tell you, like,
I think Liv was just
a
like
mirror image.
Liv was just like
Of,
entranced by the
she was
Rochester. Like
she was so excited.
she got the Rochester bug.
Yeah, but it's identical. Like if I ever miss you guys, I'm just gonna go to the fucking Tractor Supply by me because it's a fucking mirror image.
Yeah. No, and yeah, the Tractor Supply was pretty cool because we got to look at we got to check out all the seed packs and everything. I didn't realize they had like seasoning seed packs. Did you have a chance to go out and like get any of those and whatnot to like do for your
Not
window
yet.
sell?
Not yet. I did get a bunch of stuff. I actually was just out of Home Depot today, and I grabbed a couple of 3-gallon pots, and I did get. Oh shit! I forgot to tell you. Liv just noticed it before. I got an eggplant. It's about.
Oh, you got an eggplant growing? Oh, that's awesome.
It's about this big. So I did go out and I did get organic pesticide for it.
Oh, nice. Like
because
it's usually like orange peel and vinegar and
yeah,
stuff like that.
I don't know what it is, but on the leaves for the eggplant plant, the leaves that are closer to the ground, they are getting eaten by bugs.
Yeah.
So I did get some pesticide for it. I'm so excited that I have in my outdoor garden, I have a fucking eggplant growing. That's so sick.
That is so cool. One piece of advice, because like we do this in our garden. Get like a shallow kind of bucket thing, fill it with water, put some soap in it, and put a lot of sugar and vinegar in it. And
In the garden?
yeah, just don't dump it in the garden. Just set the bucket in the garden.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
The smell of sugar and vinegar will attract the bugs to the water, and the
That's a good idea.
soap will kill them. So you always just like you just get a bucket of dead bugs, and it actually really helps a lot, especially with potato bugs. Potato bugs are the worst.
Yeah, that's a really good idea. I'm gonna do that. So I did get a couple things for my my next adventure.
Yeah,
We're gonna be growing some indoor vegetables.
Yes.
So, but I do have to get a couple things from the internet. But other than that, everything's
man.
everything's in the works. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah,
So I'll have my outdoor plants.
I can't wait to
and
try
my
your
indoor
eggplant.
Oh, the eggplant is fucking. It's gonna be awesome.
Eggplant parmesan, man.
Oh,
All the way.
it's already the size. It's probably the size of a golf ball right now.
Ooh.
But that's just come in the past couple days because I remember like a few days ago it was just like the leaf.
Well, you saw our peppers that were growing on our porch, right? Like I think Lizzie showed you
Yeah.
like the couple little ones. They're like already double the size as you saw them. Like they like the
They
second
grow-
you see them, they're
so
like
fast.
yeah. The second you see them, just don't forget like once they're like ready to go, pick them to give the others more space because the longer that stays on there, the more the like nutrients are sucking up from the plant.
And you said pick it from, like pull it right from the vine, or do you pull the vine with it?
No, right, like you know how like the stem part of like on the end of the vegetable that goes into like the actual stalk.
Yeah,
Pull the stem part from the stalk. Like
the
you know,
stalk. You mean that comes from the vegetable?
yeah, that comes from the vegetable. Keep like the actual vine, like the main branch intact. Just pull everything that has to do with that vegetable off.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we are actually out of time on
Are we?
our little gardening note. Yeah. So
Hold on. There's gotta be more. I could have sworn we had so much stuff to talk about.
Oh, I know. And like we barely got through the 3-day and everything, and a lot of that story will be posted up on Instagram and Twitter, and
We got a lot of pictures. It's gonna be really cool.
if you want, add in the shotgun thing at the end of this video.
Oh yeah, I want to put that up on Instagram too. I need you guys to send that to me.
Yeah, I'll
Also,
put it on our drive.
let us know because we did try something a little different this time. As far as the podcast with the video with our webcams on, we're
Yeah.
probably going to be trying that from now on. But we do need some feedback from the viewers. What do you guys like? Do you guys like the gameplay footage in the background, or would you rather have our webcams on?
Yep.
So definitely give us feedback on that.
If we get less views
Um,
because my face is on here, I'll be pissed.
we will. I'll just blur out your face.
I know I'm just gonna be censored.
We'll just that'd be perfect. I'll just edit you out. Yeah, I mean, there's tons of stuff we need to talk about, but we'll just have to save it for another episode.
Yeah, we might have to make another one before the week's out. So
Yeah,
so last notes: Patreon, Twitter, Discord. Discord. I think I have a permanent link up, and I think you have it copied, so you can just keep so we can just keep putting it up on all of our videos.
I found it in the options.
Yeah. Okay. Instagram.
Oh, our streaming.
Twitch.
I'm streaming a pretty solid amount regularly during the week. I'm doing a good amount of hours on Elder Scrolls Online just because it's my go-to game. If I'm just chilling out, that's what I want to play. So I'm going to be doing stuff like that.
I'm really trying to get back on streaming. I need to finish Final Fantasy 1. I beat the first 2 bosses. I want to get through that so I can move on to 2 because 2 has a little bit more of a plot to it. So
I would love to see that.
And I would like to just progressively get all the way up to 10. I'm going to stop at 10 because I have some opinions.
No, I want to see 12.
Really? Because I have some opinions on 12 that I'm not a huge fan about.
I put 12 on my wish list, the remaster, just because it looks like it's gonna be great, and I'd hate to miss out on something.
You know, I'll give it a chance again. I beat it when it came out for the PS2, like God knows how long ago. I can't remember.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, and I played that, and 13 was kind of a bust. I wasn't a huge fan of that. I did beat it, but unfortunately, I probably won't have a chance to play it on here. So 12 might be the last one I play. And I'm skipping 11 entirely because that was a PS2 online game that no one ever fucking played, and I didn't care about it enough to ever know anything about it. So I'm just gonna skip that one. 14.
I know a lot of people who are moving from ESO to
I did for a while.
Realm Reborn now. Yeah, a lot of people
but
a lot of my endgame people.
Yeah, I backed out honestly because there's not a whole lot of PvP stuff, or not even like a whole lot of like PvP. There's not even a whole lot of co-op stuff. Like honestly, you just happen to be working with other people. There's not a whole lot of like, oh, we're gonna do this raid or something like that. Like you just kind of like get thrown in with a group of people, and you're like, oh, just do your job. Like, but your job is so easy because every role is like already assigned to a specific type. You don't get to build a tank like a Sork tank or a DK tank. It's like if you're a Dark Knight, you are a tank. If you are a Red Mage, you are a DPS. Like that's there's no variation.
ESO really excels in that like play what you want thing, and it's annoying because when some people try to like really play what you want, and it's just not working. But there's so much customization.
I still respect
available.
it because you can still do what you want. It's like it's upholding the Bethesda like mindset that where you can just be whatever you want. Fallout 4, 3, 2, 1, New Vegas, Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, Morrowind, Oblivion. Like you could literally do whatever you wanted in that game. You could be a fucking asshole. You could be a hero. Whatever.
What do you think about this? What do you we haven't talked about this. PAX East. I think it's in like March or something. Do you want to try to get to that next year? Do you know what PAX is? It's a video gaming convention.
Yeah, where's it at?
Boston.
Oh yeah, I like Boston. Actually, I have an uncle that lives there. We could probably stay there.
That'd be sweet.
Yeah.
Do you want to try? You want to try to like look into something like that? Because I was just thinking like I would love to go to a gaming convention, and it's like Boston. It's probably 5 hours from me.
That's about 5 hours from me too. Actually, maybe a little bit more, just because I'm on like the very like east end or west end of New York. But yeah, we should totally look into that. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be something really cool to do.
So yeah, that would be really cool. So on that note, social media, Twitch, Patreon, check us out. This is Half Past Broke. I'm Walker.
I'm Eric, and follow us on Instagram because we got a lot of really cool pictures from this past weekend, and we'll be posting them periodically. So thank you guys for watching. Let us definitely really important. Let us know what you think about the format of this with the webcams. If you like it, don't like it. Maybe if you just want me on webcam because Walker's ugly. I'm sorry. Thanks for watching. Bye.